I'm Shilpa. Welcome young art explorers to Art Sparks, an online channel of the Museum of Art and Photography, Bangalore. In our first season, Seeing My World Through Art, we're exploring seeing and thinking with art to build our unique creative voices and uncover what makes us one of a kind. The thinking games from this series have been developed by Project Zero at the Harvard Graduate School of Education, and all the artworks you will see are a part of the map collection. In every video of this series, we are partnering with young art explorers from across India who will share fun discussion games that you can play with your friends and family. Today, we welcome Abhinaya.
So today Shilpa and I will be playing an art game called the 4 Cs. This game is a great way for me to widen my perspectives and gain the perspectives of other people.
Using 4 simple steps, this game helps us structure our thoughts about an image or an idea.
Yes, it helps me better understand about a certain topic or problem. It makes me think more deeply and clearly and recognize problems that are global. It can also be a great way for problem solving as it gives us new ways to devise solutions based on different people's approach to the problem.
That's a great use for this game, Abhinaya. So today, let's play this game with a work from the map collection. We use 4 simple prompts that all begin with the letter C. The first one is connections. So Abhinaya, can you draw any connections between this image and your own life or anything that you know about?
When I look at this painting, the first connection I make is with the worker and his son. Since there's a lot of garbage in their environment, I assume that they are collecting garbage. I think that perhaps the worker's family needs money, which is why his son helps him with his work and doesn't get an education. Here there are also trees that make me think that they might be close to a rural area.
Interesting connections, Abhinaya. I also made a connection with where this scene might be taking place based on the text that we can see in the painting, some of which is in Malayalam. So perhaps they're in Kerala? Let's move on to the second C, which stands for challenge. Is there anything in the painting that you would like to challenge or argue with? It could be anything from how the artwork is made to the ideas that it is trying to address.
I feel that this artwork is trying to address the issue of child labor and how not all children in the world have right to education. But I would also argue that it may not work so well with all audiences. For example, if it's shown to younger children, they might not be aware of the context. Thinking about it now, I would also challenge my earlier idea that this is a rural setup because economically disadvantaged people could also live in cities.
I agree. In fact, I think that is a wonderful way to use the game, Abhinaya, to reconsider our own assumptions as well. Alright, let's address the third C in the game, concepts. What key concepts or ideas do you think this painting is trying to address?
One of the key concepts I think this painting is trying to address is RTE, or right to education, and to speak for others who have no voice. I think it could also be about the larger butterfly effect of social problems, where one problem leads to another. For example, the worker might not be educated, neither is his child, and therefore future generations might not be educated either.
That's an interesting observation, and it actually brings us to the last C in the game, which stands for changes. Do you think there are any changes in attitudes, in thinking, or in action that are suggested by the painting?
I think that this artwork pushes me to take greater action by creating more awareness. It makes me feel strongly about campaigning for this cause and may push other people to promote NGOs and encourage the work that they do. It also makes me want to help people, especially during the pandemic, as there's a greater need for food and shelter that some people can't afford.
That's very inspiring, Abhinaya. So, those were the 4 C's. We just played this game with an artwork now. But you could also try this game with a newspaper article, a photo in a magazine, or the last film you watched, and see if it can help you better structure your thoughts about it.
I'm really curious to know how you might use the 4Cs. Write to us in the comments.
You can visit our website or follow us on our social media to know more about our exciting programs for young art explorers. Also subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for new ArtSparks videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.